Alright guys, welcome back to episode 6 of Disney Infinity 2.0 Ultimate Spider-Man. And we're continuing now as the Iron Man Mark 42 suit here in this Spider-Man play. And you can see we've got 2 quest givers possible here, and we're going to go find one and see if we can keep doing things that will thwart the efforts of the Green Goblin.
Quick, I need you!
Okay, now this particular mission is a little bit, it's organized in a weird way. Instead of, what they want you to do is you have to go find 3 shield agents that are surrounded by symbiotes, and you have to bring them back to safety to the first shield agent. But in order to find out where they are, the game leads you around through a little bit of an obstacle course to find these red sensors. Not exactly sure what these red sensors necessarily mean or useful for, but you know, you just have to collect the number of them that they set out there for you before you can go and grab any shield agent. Now, I found flying to be very useful doing this mission, but the mechanics of web slinging, once you get used to them, aren't that much different, so it's not like this would be an impossible thing to do with Spider-Man. But I would recommend, I would definitely recommend you doing it with Nova if you either A, don't have an Iron Man character, or B, haven't unlocked the tokens here yet. So there's 5 of these red sensors. Now we're moving down to number 6 and number 7. Here's number 6 up here. And again, it just sort of serves to pad out this mission. I don't really see the point of this. They could just as easily have told you where the agent was and have you go find them, which is what we're doing right now. So the agent, well, I take it back. We still got one more of these things to grab. And now we get a signal to where the agent is. So the agent's down here. Now, word of warning, I'm not quite sure what the range of the repulsor shots is, but I didn't seem to be doing very much from up here. So, and you can see that the character has already been grabbed onto by a symbiote. So we're going to have to release them from that symbiote suit before we can get them over where we're supposed to get them. And you can't really... Ordinarily you could break symbiotes by throwing them like that. Okay. And you can see that someone else has been captured by a symbiote. I'm not really sure where. Right, so your next job is to bring the guy back. Now, since you can't accelerate your flight thing while you've got a guy, it's just going to take a little bit of time to do. So, you gotta grin, bear it, and grab him, and fly him the whole 680 something meters, yards, feet, whatever the distance thing's supposed to reference. And while we're at it, you can see in the background there's J. Jonah Jameson. In the Ultimate Spider-Man cartoon, J. Jonah Jameson is voiced by J.K. Simmons, the voice, or the actor who played Simmons in the Sam Raimi Spider-Man films. Everybody really liked in that role. But in this video game, they could not get Simmons. So you get Kyle Hebert. Kyle Hebert, who is, I don't know what he's best known for, but I'm most familiar with him from being the voice of teenage Gohan in Dragon Ball Z. So he's been the voice of Gohan pretty much since the Buu arc. And I've not watched any of the English version of Dragon Ball Super, so I don't know if they've made any changes there, but I would imagine he's still the voice of Gohan right now.
What is the meaning of this?
Alright, you can see that the agent we started with, except you might notice that this agent our friend the agent has a little bit of a change now. Unfortunately, they were grabbed by a symbiote while we weren't
Please,
watching. Now, interesting. All we need to do is get the guy close, and it gives us credit for it. You can see that the mission already triggered below, and so now we can already move on to the next person. It doesn't matter if the first agent has been captured by symbiotes randomly or not. You know, I free them here, but in the time that I'm just standing there, another one shows up and grabs control. Which might just be a demonstration piece of what happens during the stage. I don't know. But now we get to fly 500, I'm going to call them meters for the sake of just having a word. Realize that not everybody does metric. In fact, outside of like math problems, I don't really do metric either. Alright, so, oh, well, after we ram our head into the building, so we got more of these sensors to find. At least this time we have only 6 as opposed to 7. So let's go and grab these. And you can see now we have a change. Difficulty's increased a bit. Now we have symbiotes trying to prevent us from getting to the sensors. Yeah, good luck with that for them. So as you've seen, you don't necessarily need to defeat the symbiotes to complete the level. You just need to make sure you free any shield agent who happen to be captured by symbiotes. Alright, and just one more to go over here. And there we go, and now we can go after our second shield agent. Now this is down, you'll notice that this is pretty close to where the turn-in spot is. So when we pick up this agent, after we bust them out of their symbiote shell, we're going to immediately get credit for it. So we don't need to hold on to this agent anymore. We don't have to take him just a little ways over to the first agent. We'll just throw him to safety, and then let's get going over here. And finally go find the third and final agent that we need to liberate from the symbiote goo. So here's the first sensor. Notice now we only have to worry about 3 of these things, thankfully. Alright, and this sets up our last guy. And since this mission is run a little bit over about 10 minutes after we blast White Tiger for that some of her cheap commentary last episode, we're going to call it quits here as soon as we have grabbed this agent and take him back to the check-in spot. So next time we will continue on with the play set and continuing to go through quests as we run into quest givers. I'm going to try to sort of do all of one person's quests before trying to do someone else's quests. It just depends on which quest givers they make available. So I was trying to do all of White Tiger's missions before I went on to Luke Cage, but White Tiger wasn't available at this moment, and they gave me the Shield mission instead. So that's why we're going and doing that. And we'll just have to see what's available. Could end up doing another Shield mission at next time.
What is the meaning of this?
And alright, there's our symbiote covered quest giver. Keep waiting for the mission to trigger. There it goes. We've got it. And oddly enough, our quest giver just becomes an ordinary symbiote so that when we shoot them, they blow up. So hopefully the next one won't blow